with our racers safely back in the green room. Should have put a bumper in there. It's time for my favorite segment, which is the Bring a Trailer Challenge. We've changed the format of Bring a Trailer just slightly for the main episodes of the season, namely that it's not the co-host on the spot anymore for each of these, but in fact the drivers themselves in a randomly chosen order to perform one challenge each with a season point awarded for a correct guess. But one chance only. We've also changed the rules of the vehicles selected just slightly to make it easier to do bookkeeping. We now have the vehicles following the following criteria. The first is that the auction had to have closed within the last 24 hours. So we're not chasing a moving target that might be different depending on who F5s when. And also, the auction needs to have at least 5 bids. We had that at 10 earlier, but that would have excluded my favorite auction from this set, and so I reduced it to 5 because, God damn it, I make the rules. So these are recently past tense, not present tense, and this is so we're also sure that Conan doesn't run out and try to buy a motorcycle while we're trying to do the broadcast. So
robbing me of the few joys that I have.
I apologize. Please give up your chair for It's a Trap, who is our first driver in the challenge tonight. Trap, how you doing?
My arms are tired, but we're good.
All right. You know how this works, right?
I know how this works.
You've seen this enough times.
Yes.
Trap, here is your Bring a Trailer challenge.
All right. Let's do this.
A 1986 Benz 300D
Okay.
or a Soviet-era M1939 anti-aircraft gun. Would you like to hear a little bit about the contenders tonight?
Sure. Tell me about the contenders.
So the Benz 300D is kind of the epitome of the 80s diesel Benz. This one was imported from the Netherlands in 1985. It is supposedly a one-owner Benz. It's a 3-liter diesel, inline 6, and my father had one of these, and so I can tell you what noise it makes. It goes knock, 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 while it's sitting and idling,
Excellent.
which is pretty great. The odometer shows 3,200 miles. Right. What else is interesting here? Like all the standard alloys, central locking. It's got a Blaupunkt stereo. The clean title is a Texas title, but interestingly enough, the car was not in Texas. What would you like to know about the anti-aircraft battery?
Tell me about the anti-aircraft battery.
So this is the M1939. It is a Soviet 37 millimeter anti-aircraft battery on a trailer. The trailer is articulated. It has 2 articulable wheels. The 37 millimeter Soviet anti-aircraft gun is actually based on the Swedish Bofors 40, but not as effective. If you saw this in, say, War Thunder, we'd put this at a battle rating of like probably 3.0.
Okay.
Like it's still hitting with a 37 millimeter round. Notably, this one is inoperable.
Okay.
It has taken anti-material rifle fire through both of the sights
Okay.
and comes with 1 5-round magazine.
That was nice.
Very nice of them. And so, it's a trap.
So question.
Yeah.
Does the anti-aircraft gun have an engine?
No. It is a towed piece, and all of the gun laying is performed by rotating wheels by hand.
See, that's tough. Because the thing on the left, the Benz, has an engine.
the Benz does have an engine.
Yes.
You've got an engine with 3,200 miles on it.
Right. Yeah, 30. How many wheels are in the odometer on that thing?
We're reasonably certain the Soviets did not make it with an odometer.
Right.
So, for 1 season point, which of these 2 sold for more on Bring a Trailer? And before you answer that question, audience, would you like to take a swing? And no, you can't look it up. If you looked it up, then don't do that. In fact, I'm going to shield this so you can't see it.
Thank you.
What's in the mag? Mateo, nothing is in the magazine. Let's be realistic. Oh, it is Texas, though.
Yeah.
Speed holes. All right, Trap, your guess, please.
Yeah, tough call here because, obviously one is a car that you could actually drive. The other is, right now, a showpiece of some sort. But I feel like that has its own value. So I'm going with the anti-aircraft gun.
Trap says the anti-aircraft gun survey says, ba-da-ba-da. You're correct, sir.
All right, excellent.
By $3,000. So instead of buying a used Honda Civic, you could buy a 37 millimeter anti-aircraft battery.
Yes.
Call out from the green room. So that is another point for Trap for winning his Bring a Trailer challenge. Congratulations.
Excellent.
And bring me Mickey.
All right, Mickey is up.
Just going to slide that back here. Mickey, come hither.
All right, Mickey, you are up.
This is very affordable.
Hello.
Welcome. Are you ready for your Bring a Trailer challenge?
I think so.
Have you seen the format work? You feeling comfortable here?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it.
All right. So let's get this in front of you. Your job is to tell me which of these auctions closed for more money.
Okay.
3 random hoods from a 1980 Porsche that have been matted and vinyled, or 1 whole ass 2010 Jaguar XFR, and I've got some notes here.
Okay, yeah, tell me about these hoods.
Sorry, here we go. These 3 hoods were sourced from random nondescript 1980s Porsche 911s. The owner of these hoods vinyl wrapped them. They wear the liveries that you see here. And that's literally all they say on the auction. It's literally 3 old Porsche hoods that have been wrapped.
Okay, so there's no like fancy
No.
provenance here.
No, there's no provenance. That was not like the actual Martini, or like they pulled this one off a Dakar before it went out. Like this is just it's 3 freaking hoods. All right.
Okay.
The 2010 XFR has where did I write this down? Has 88,000 miles on it. This is actually from the model year that Jeremy Clarkson introduced in the Jaguar segment on Top Gear. I want to say in like season 9, which means it's got like all sorts of blue accent lighting and like the vent louvers rotate out like out in front of you, and it's got a rotatey puck transmission. It's got sport seats, blind spot monitoring, Bowers and Wilkins audio, touchscreen. It was acquired by the seller in 2017 and has been registered in Illinois, Arizona, and Utah. Has all of its service records, stickers, clean title in Utah, and the color, I am told, is called Ultimate Black. There are no other interesting details about the car.
Okay. You said 88,000 miles on it?
88,000 miles.
I think that's right before a big service interval for the Jaguars. I think they drop off in value right around there. And Porsche people are really, really silly, and I want to say the hoods, even though the Jag is a whole car.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, we'll go hoods.
You were absolutely correct.
Yep.
For exactly every reason that you just said. That is post the Jaguar value crash. Despite it being a wonderful 5-liter V8, it makes incredible noises. Like that car is basically rolling metal at this point, and it's not going to last very long without a full overhaul. They had some maintenance work done to it, but what was really surprising to me is that this is $5,000 each for hoods. And like when you look at the photo deck for the hoods, like they flip around to the other side. No, it's still just a hood. A Jag. We shouldn't do Clarkson here. That's not what we do. Anyway, I do believe that was a victory for Mickey. Mickey picking up 1 season point for the Tuesday League, and please bring me my next victim.
All right.
Which I actually don't remember who it is, so I'm going to go ahead and look that up by looking ahead because I'm dumb. It's Drain. Give me Drain. Drain.
Hello.
You're looking a little less dapper than you were in the driver's seat.
Cosplay's hot, man.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
You know how this works.
Yes.
Your challenge is a 2018 911 Turbo S Coupe or a 1970 Superbird.
The famous Plymouth Superbird.
The famous Plymouth Superbird. And let's go through the numbers here. So that is a 991.2 911, which if you're into generations, that means it's right before the current generation. It has Says I should have printed these out on single side, pardon me. 15,000 miles on it. That is a paint to sample oak green metallic, which means that it is both exceptionally rare and also cost the first owner $12,000 for the privilege, just for the paint. Seats are in saddle brown, which is very popular with Porsche greens. This is, of course, the twin turbo 3.8 flat 6, all-wheel drive. It has as much torque as it has horsepower. I have tracked this car at PEC, and it is probably the most religious moment I have ever had behind the wheel at launch control. So that's the carbon ceramic brakes. That's another $8,000 at the factory. Front axle lift system, so you can drive it in actual cities with actual streets. Sunroof, LED headlights, PDLS, park assist, backup camera. It's purchased in 2020 and is now offered with a clean Carfax report in California with the title in the owner's name. What's interesting is that they call that out explicitly, which makes me wonder what the actual provenance was. Basically, one more complicating factor. They have chosen to put the 20-inch center lock wheels on it, which means unless you've got a 5-foot breaker bar, it is actually impossible to change the tires on this vehicle.
Okay.
All right.
It looks cool, though.
As far as 911s are concerned, it's probably the best looking green 911 I've seen in a long time. The Bird. The Bird's got 45,000 miles on it. It is one of only 1,920 examples produced for this model. That's a 440 cubic inch Commando V8, 2 triple barrel carbs, linked 3-speed TorqueFlite automatic transmission. It's got a hardware limited sliff at the back. 15-inch rally wheels, AM radio, if you're into that sort of thing.
That's key.
As far as the provenance is concerned here, this one was repainted in 2021 by Dale's Auto Restoration in Bismarck, North Dakota. As part of that refurbishment, they handled some exterior features like the roof. They redid the vinyl or the stabilizer wing. Everything's black vinyl in the interior, which is not, in my opinion, the absolute best thing to ever sit on. Otherwise, basically what you see is what you get on this one. In 2022, they replaced the starter relay and the spark plugs, and the alternator starter and head pipe gaskets were also allegedly replaced under the current ownership. Any questions?
The Plymouth wasn't like raced, was it?
Not as far as we know, but this is before the era of ECUs, let alone ECUs that would tell you that sort of thing.
Right. Well, my heart wants the Plymouth, but my brain is telling me the Porsche because Porsche owners.
That hasn't been wrong yet tonight. Rella is also saying the 911. Anybody else want to take a swing here before we hit the buttons? The answer to your question is
Survey says
the Bird by 13 grand. Okay. Let me tell you something freaking ridiculous about Porsche prices right now. That is a 6-year-old Turbo S. It's granted in great condition, but it has been used. It's probably been launched a couple of times. They didn't talk about its over-rev register. That car, new with full options and tax, was $238,000.
yeah.
It's still $200,000.
Yeah.
The Porsche market is absolutely insane right now. On the other hand, the Superbird probably costs $20,000 new, if that, and it costs $213,000 right now. So this was a tough one. You drew the short straw.
Huge investment for that Plymouth owner.
No season points for you, but thank you for playing along and send me my last victim. We tried very explicitly not to put together any impossible challenges this time around. I think this was probably the hardest of them, frankly. I'm going to apologize to you for this next one, but not them. I need my space peonies.
Oh. Hey,
Welcome. You know
Thank you.
you know the shtick by now.
I hope so. Yeah.
Awesome.
How good I'll be, who knows?
None of us can say until we are forced to find out.
Yes.
So-
Ignorance is my friend here.
Your challenge for the night. A set of M-branded Recaro buckets that are currently equipped to be fit on an E46 M3, complete with removable seat cushions, cup holder, center dash unit from an E46 M3 in black leather, and a bolt of additional fabric. Or you drew the short straw man. Or 2 Cobra Imola T seats for a Ferrari F355 Challenge, which I have been legally obligated to point out was not the seats that came with the car. They came with Sparcos, so these are
Okay.
aftermarket. Let me see if I took any good notes for this one, but this one was clearly the joke, and so I don't expect it. The Bimmer seats have the BMW logo debossed into the headrest.
Okay.
Harness pass-throughs. These on the Beamer, these are 2021 production date, and they still have all their warranties and registrations. It is not clear why it comes with an E46 center console insert. That might be the only piece of the car that survived whatever happened to the M3. As far as the Ferrari seats are concerned, those are 2023 manufacture, and they still have their FIA approval stickers and the Cobra manufacturing stickers. These are offered at no reserve from Glen Cove, New York. They have the F355 Challenge script on the headrest. They are standard width seats, and their sticker of compliance for racing expires after 2028.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, you still have to make a decision here. Which of these auctions closed for more money?
I would say my knee-jerk reaction is the vanity of BMW drivers, so I'd have to go with the Recaro bucket seats.
We are really bagging on the owners tonight,
Yeah.
and thus far, I haven't been disappointed with that approach. Let's see what the auction said.
Yeah.
2X.
All right.
$4,100 for those seats. Is it the spare leather? Like, are you supposed to make
It's that extra swatch.
a third and fourth seat out of these seats? So the vanity of Porsche and BMW drivers has won it for everyone tonight. That is one additional point for Space Punies in the standings.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and go ahead and bring everybody back out here because it is about time
Right.
to run the last feature race.
Go get them.
Thank you. We have flashed the lights. In Gondor. It's time for feature race 2. Welcome back, Conan.